Hey there, how are you doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, today we're doing another flower review, and if you're looking behind me in my green screen, you might have an idea of what kind of flower we're looking at. We're looking at LCG, and this one's coming from the Southern Maryland experience. But before we get into that, what we're going to do is I'm going to kick it back to the previous me, and he's going to reiterate to you guys a little bit about what it is that we do here on this channel, and he might even be able to explain a little bit about what THCa is, to those of you that may still be unsure about it. After that, we're going to be hopping right into the review. Alright, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCa in the name. And THCa is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCa actually is. And THCa stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9, THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCa is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCa molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCa, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us, and when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. And it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right? All right, guys, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to be looking at Lemon Cherry Gelato from the Southern Maryland experience. Now, you guys know I've always been kind of on the fence about Lemon Cherry Gelato, but recently there have been some amazing, I don't know if it's advancements, people are changing the way they're growing. LCG these days is starting to hit again, guys. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. This might be one of those that's hitting again. So we're going to crack it open. I'm going to give you an idea of what we have on the nose. Guys, I'm not BSing you here. On the nose, it's strong on that cherry. It's strong on the cherry, guys. This is it almost makes me think of black cherry punch. It's so strong on the cherry. But this is listed as the lemon cherry gelato. Very smooth, very sweet, obviously. That's about all I'm smelling. Is cherry with some of that lemon in there. And here's the nugs. This one's a bit interesting. As you can see, it's already kind of got a little part broken out of the center there, but really, really nice nugs. Really extraordinarily nice flour. Extremely dense. Got some stick, as you can see. Pretty good amount of stick, actually, with some residue left on the fingertips. So, guys, as usual, I'm going to take a cut here. I'm going to get some photos of this. And then after I get these photos, we're going to be back and I'm going to try it out. And I'll let you know if this is one of those that's lemon cherry gelatos that's hitting again. Really excited about this one, guys. The smell is extremely loud. That's I'll go ahead and tell you right now that's over a 9 on the nose. Anyway, hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back and I've got some great shots of this lemon cherry gelato from the Southern Maryland experience. Guys, I gotta say this is a fantastic example of lemon cherry gelato. From what I can see under the microscope, really, really healthy trichomes, very good trichome density. Um, Wonderful colors in there. You guys will see the colors. The actual flower density itself is amazing. Um, I do like dense nugs, typically dense buds, when I'm looking for something for myself. So really pleased. Very dense, very sticky. My grinder is having a little bit of resistance, which is a pretty good sign, in my opinion. It's a pretty good sign. Um, I really do need to get a better grinder. This one is just about had it. Herb Saver is a wonderful grinder, and it's it's dishwasher safe and all of that. But goodness, it could do for an upgrade. Just kind of a change of pace would be nice. We'll see what we. It didn't really lose much of its keef, so we're not going to worry about a keef shot today. Um, no sense in trying to take photos if there's nothing to take photos of. All right, on the grind, the smell really comes out on the grind, guys, and it's very cherry forward. This is a very cherry forward lemon cherry gelato, and that's one of the things that I'm really excited about, guys. Is limonene. It's one of those things it's easy to find in an LCG. Because it's a dominant terpene. It's found in a lot of different places. That flavor profile is not hard to come by. Let's put it that way, right? But for cherry, up until very, very recently, that seemed to be fairly, I don't know, elusive, to be quite honest. Getting a good cherry has seemed to be kind of elusive. And it's one of the reasons I'm really excited to have begun, finding good cherries lately. There's some really good cherry leaning terpenes coming around lately. I've had a couple of very nice lemon cherry gelato crosses recently, and then I've had some other things that have had other cherry strains crossed into them. All of those have been very, very good, like surprisingly very good. Um, so it gives me hope for lemon cherry gelato. It's one of those strains that a lot of people love, or used to love, and it's coming back, guys. It's coming back. Some of these strains they got life coming back to them. Mm, that's LCG. That is a classic LCG. That's a very good example of LCG. Just enough citrus, just enough lemon to know it's there, and you've got the cherry. Cherry comes through very strongly, and then you got this smoothness to it. From the gelato, definitely. You know, and just wow, really, really good. Now, this is a fairly potent one. On here, it's 30.545% THCa, so it's pretty potent LCG, and this was 4 grams. Yeah, really nice. I do love these little containers from the Southern Maryland experience. They are plastic, but you guys, like these are surprisingly good. They hold in the smells, the terpenes, and all of that. Seals it in there great. And believe it or not, this is biodegradable. Believe it or not, this is a biodegradable plastic, guys. So, yet again, Southern Maryland experience trying to do their diligence on a environmentally conscious packaging. Now, this LCG is on another level. It's been some time since I've had a lemon cherry gelato that is hit like this. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. That's wow. It's what's crazy, guys. I'll go ahead and tell you where I got my start in this whole thing. So a little bit over a year ago, I was coming home from work, and at the time I was still, well, it was about a year and a half ago now. I was coming home from work, and at the time I was still drinking fairly heavily. And every night I would stop and I would get 3 or 4 25-ounce all boys. I'm a small guy, and that would be my nightly ritual after work. I worked the night shift, didn't get off till about 10:30 ish, and I was usually home and drinking by 11 o'clock. I'm not proud of it, but there was one day I stopped at the gas station. There was a cut leaf pre roll, THCa pre rolls, and I'm like, ah, whatever, I'll grab one. I grabbed one, brought it home, and before I opened a beer, I smoked one of those, and I'm like, that first I didn't know what to think, and then I'm like, wow, this is legitimate. This is legit. So I didn't even drink that night, guys. My beer stayed in the fridge, and I came in and I got online on YouTube and I watched The Strange Show, and Matt from The Strange Show put everything into perspective for me, and then I realized this is legit. THCA is the real deal. And after that, I got online and started searching. The very first strain I ordered from, let's say, I don't know, a company that names with or rhymes with, May jokes. You know what I mean? I bought some LCG from them. I got some from them, and um, I'll be honest, the LCG that I got, it didn't hit like the LCG I remembered from when I was younger. But it was enough to get me interested and keep me interested. And now, fast forward a little bit over a year later, a year and a half going on later, and here I am. And recently, I found some lemon cherry gelatos, some LCGs that hit, and they hit hard. And yeah, for yeah, and it's pretty potent too, guys. I mean, it's creeping on me really good right now. Um, very grinny. Feel like I want to just talk and talk and talk. That's fairly normal for me. But yeah, I'm flabbergasted that where I came from, where I started, my first exposure in this market, in this whole thing, was lemon cherry gelato for all intents and purposes. And then I just spent so long having, after that experience, I'm like, lemon cherry gelato. But within the past 2 months, guys, I've had like 6 different strains. If where LCG is not if it's not the strain itself, then it's like the main cross, the main parent in a cross. Um, or it's in both crosses with a strain that I recently reviewed. I recently looked at some WizKid, and that was actually Platinum LCG cross with LCG back cross. So I mean, like it's just super LCG, and this is pretty super too. I gotta say. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit this larger bowl and see what we can tease out of it with a bigger hit. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. So with a little bigger hit, we still got it really good on the lemon or on the cherry, but we're getting a little bit more of the lemon on a bigger hit, and it's starting to bring a little bit of sweet, earthy funk into it as well. Really, really nice, and I mean, very sweet, kind of sour. I mean, you can tell it's sour because it's citrus, but it's not like super, super sour. Um, so we all know what cross this is. This is Sunset Sherb crossed with Girl Scout cookies and another unknown strain, and it's a 60-40 indica dominant. Typical effects are happy, relaxing, sociable, and uplifting. May relieve anxiety, chronic pain, depression, and stress. Yes, that's fairly common for a indica dominant hybrid, especially at a 60-40 ratio, which is fairly standard. 60-40 is the standard ratio on crosses or on hybrids these days, from what I've noticed. If it's a hybrid leaning any direction, it's usually 60-40. And it's very uncommon to find anything over a 70-30. Um, so, yeah, so this is a really good example of that. It's very fruity, very sweet. It does have that some kind of an earthy, sweet gas to it. It's really, really nice. Very, very potent. Um, Recently, I think the last one I checked out for the Southern Maryland experience, that was Candy Rain. That was another one that is just a huge step up, from from a lot of the flour in general that I try. And this is a step up from a lot of what the flour I generally try is too. I mean, it's crazy. Um, Very, very good, very good. Staying smooth, losing a little bit of the sweetness, but it's getting a little bit nutty, and that's really nice. That bowl is definitely done. That last one was very heavy on the nutty, earthy gas. And I probably shouldn't have exhaled through my nose, but I did. Very, very nice though. Very potent. Um, it is feeling a little hungry, so it might give you the munchies a little bit. Um, I'm extremely pleased with this, guys. This is a very, very, very fine example of lemon cherry gelato. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure that I would find have an example of lemon cherry gelato so nice in front of me um ever again. To be quite honest, it's been very, very hard to find a straight up lemon cherry gelato that is a really, really, really good example of what it should be. But this is a good one, and I'm extremely pleased with it. Extremely pleased. Almost feels like Christmas again, to be honest. When you like me, I never expected to actually get into what I'm doing so much and have such an appreciation for the plant, and its different attributes and its variation and stuff like that. But after I've made so many of these reviews and I've tasted so many different things and I've smelled and handled so many different things, when you have all of that in front of you, you just start to you gain this experience and this appreciation, for what is really special. You when you try so many different things, you when you really do find that diamond in the rough after you've tried hundreds of different things, it is really, really something incredible. It's a little bit different if you might have tried, 3 or 4 or 5 different things, in the past, and you're more likely to find other things that you're gonna really really like. That's gonna be really special. But the more we try anything, even, the more that we expose ourselves to even food and drink, the more we try, and the more worldly we get. Sometimes the harder it is to impress us, right? When you've seen it all, like, what else is there, right? But occasionally I'll get something like this and just expect another run of the mill LCG, and then open up the container and take a smell and say, "Wow, this is exceptional." Um, that's when I start to get real excited, and it's really cool. It's a cool feeling, because I feel like I'm like almost exploring. I'm exploring this new market, this new thing. It's a brand new thing. It's almost like, I don't want to say it's like the Wild West or anything like that, but it's there's so much to explore, and there's new frontiers um being found every day, and I'm just grateful to be here, at what I feel like is the forefront of it. To be here to be a part of it and watch it and share it all with you guys. I really enjoy making these videos, guys, and I really enjoyed making this one. I hope you guys have been doing very well. I want to let you know if there's anything that you'd like to see on my channel, just let me know, and I'll do my best to, if it's a device or anything like that, I'll do my best to acquire a sample so that I can share it with you guys. As always, if you can like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that wonderful stuff, that really would help my channel. I'm really trying to push toward the 1,000 subscriber mark, and as of the filming of this video, I think we're over 850 on this channel. If you guys could, please help me continue to grow, I would be very, very grateful. If there's anything that you're interested in that you've seen here, you can check out all of this stuff through my campsite.bio link in my bio here on YouTube. Um, so, um, I guess I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna go try to find something to eat, as this has indeed given me a bit of a munchie. Until I see you next time, I want you guys to continue to taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. Keep going at it, guys. Go out there and go get it. I mean, if there's something you're passionate about, if there's something that makes you smile, even if it's not making you $1 million, as long as you're getting by and you're not hurting nobody, including yourself, go for it, man. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, and occasionally I'm gonna have some people, some naysayers, don't understand what I'm doing at my age, doing this sort of thing, but it's what I enjoy doing, and I feel like I'm almost making art. I feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. So I'm not going to let anybody stop me, and I don't want you guys to let anybody stop you from doing what you enjoy or what you're passionate about either. So I'll leave you with that, and until I see you next time, I want you to continue to stay lifted. I want you to continue to stay blessed, and I'm going to talk to you really, really soon. Peace.